Well, good morning from the crazy Stetler house. This is my colleague Matthew here, and this is my colleague Hannah Rose Stetler. And I wanted to talk to you about this topic that I think actually is really important. And it's the topic of being thankful. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there's corona times and people are sick and people are losing jobs and the economy is not very stable and things aren't, there's kind of bad news on top of bad news. But I would say this, actually now is the time to take an inventory of your life, take time to be thankful, to have an attitude of gratitude. So I encourage you to pick up a piece of paper and to write things that you're thankful for. Now I have these special guests here, and I'm going to ask them a question about what they are thankful for. And I'm going to mention a couple things that I am thankful for. So, you guys, Hannah, how old are you now?
11.
She's 11 years old. And what are some things that you are thankful for? Can you think of some things?
Well, during this virus time, I'm thankful for having a house that I'm warm in and can spend time with my family.
Hey, good answer. And what about you, Mr. Matthew? How old are you again?
8.
8, okay. And you're single?
No.
Okay, no, forget it. No, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for not being an only child,
Whoa, that's nice.
having cousins,
Wow. That's good.
having a great mom and dad,
Whoa, I'll pay you later for that one. I will pay you later for that one.
and God giving us food and water.
Hey, that is good. And I want you to know that I'm very thankful for Community Bible, for our church family. And I'm very thankful that we have our basic needs met. We have food, we have a place to stay. And so, yes, there are so many things to be thankful for. Not only material things like shelter and food, but also as Christians, we can be thankful that we know God, that we have the peace that surpasses all understanding. That's probably the most important thing that we can be thankful for. We're thankful that we're saved, that we know God, that we know what's going to happen in eternity. And through these tough times, that makes us thankful. Thankful that we've had the opportunity to get to know God. And what these times do right now is they kind of put everything in perspective. They kind of show us what is important in our life. And so actually that can be a good thing. We can kind of count the blessings, because I know for us, we do a lot of things, like we're running around to sports and we're running around to different things and activities, and sometimes we don't really stop and really thank God. Now, there's a story in the Bible that I love, and maybe you know it. There were 10 people who had leprosy in the Bible. Now, kids, do you know what leprosy is?
It's a bad diseaseness where you have to be all wrapped up and no one wants to touch you.
That's good. You are all wrapped up and no one wants to touch you. It's called leprosy, and your body kind of rots away. Well, there was these 10 lepers, okay? And these 10 lepers, not only did they have this horrible disease, but they were socially isolated. A little bit like we are now, but they were in a community of lepers. Everywhere that they went to, they had to run and say, "Unclean, unclean, I'm unclean." And everyone would get away from them. So not only did they have this disease, but everyone treated them like they were a fungus, like there was something really wrong with them. We can kind of familiarize with that today with this coronavirus. Well, what they decided, they came up with a plan. These 10 lepers, see, what they did is they heard about Jesus. And they heard that if they went to Jesus, that they would get healed. And so they came up with this plan, and they stood before Jesus. And sure enough, Jesus healed them because of their faith, that they came to him and they healed them. And then Jesus told them to go to their priest and make themselves ceremonially clean. And so a lot of them, they were so happy they were so happy. They had had this all their lives, and then all of a sudden they were cured and they were okay. And 10 of them ran off, and they were going to tell their family, and they were going to go to the priest, and they were going to do all these things. But one of them, he said, he started to run off, but then he came back to Jesus, and he said, Jesus, thank you. Thank you so much. And he went to Jesus' feet and said, thank you. You changed my life. Thank you so much. And Jesus said, well, where are the other 9? What happened to the other 9? I healed them too. I mean, in baseball terms, Jesus is batting 100, which isn't very good. Only one person came back to thank him. So all that to say, during this time, and I know it's difficult, but try to write a list of things that you are thankful for. Things that we haven't really thought about them for a long time. We've been so busy with activities. Take time and write down a list of things to be thankful for. All right, well, we're going to say goodbye here. I'm going to say goodbye this is Matthew and Hannah and the Stetler household. We hope that you're doing well, Community Bible, and hope that you're keeping safe. God bless you.